Hey guys, this is Kenny with Flytime RC, and I just cleaning up and getting my stuff organized, and I wanted to show you guys all the props that I had. And we've been building planes for about 2 years now, and so we collect props for all of our different planes for replacements or maybe future projects, or just to test props. Testing props is a big thing that I do with all my planes, because you never know exactly what's going to work the best, what's going to be the most efficient. So I'm going to show you our prop collection. So we're going to go, I guess, kind of from biggest to smallest. Our biggest one is actually these two on the wall over here. We got a 15 by 7, and then this was actually a cut down, I think it was a 11 by 8. And then, so we have a whole bunch of our double bladed props here. We have tons, and most of these, basically all of them, are brand new stuff that I haven't used yet, that I bought either for a project that I'm working on, or maybe I was planning on using it to test for motors. So we have like some 15 by 4s, some 12 by 6s. So this is a 13 by 6.5. This is one that I would use on the 90-inch V-tail. What have we got here? This is 11 by 7. This would be a kind of a faster prop that we might have used on Blue Thunder. So we have lots of stuff like that. We have, what are these right here? These, got lots of different brands here too. Lots of Gem fans. I think these are 12, or no, maybe these are 15 by, 13 by 4s or something like that. I have so many props. Here's some from Flight Test. These are 12 by 4s. These are really good props. I've used these on quite a few more of my earlier planes. Some more fast props here from Gem Fan. Oh, here's a 15 by 4. This was actually supposed to go on the ultralight, but I had another 15 by 4 that didn't work out. So this is just kind of sitting here. But here's a really fast prop here. What is this? This is for a gas engine. This is an 8 by 7.3. Really fast prop. I've used this once or twice on electric motors. Does really good. We got so many props here. So here we got like an 11 by 10. This is a prop that I used on Blue Thunder. So a lot of these were spares. Once I figured out what worked best on my plane, I would always buy at least 1 or 2 extra. But here's like a couple new ones I haven't used. 12 by 8 folding props. I have a couple, here we go, folding prop setups. These are 12 by 7s, I think, here. So some of my pusher planes use folding props. Here's a carbon fiber prop, I believe. I've used 1 or 2 of these before for testing on the ultralight. They actually worked out pretty good. They're light and they're strong. Here's one I've used quite a bit. This is a 13 by 4. This is another one that I used quite a bit on the ultralight for testing. Tons of it. Here's a big old one. This is the 15 by 4. This is one of the first props that I tried on the ultralight. A lot of these larger props I used on the ultralight, I think I probably bought, I don't know, probably 8 or 9 different props just for that plane, because I was trying to get it tuned just right. And I had such a hard time getting that thing to fly right. Ended up working really good with a 12 by 4, but I went through a lot of props trying to get the perfect balance between power and enough prop speed to really keep it going. It was definitely fun figuring that out. Another really fast prop, 11 by 10. That would have been on the Blue Thunder, really fast plane. Got tons of these different sizes. So we also have some folding props, and then we're getting into more of our speed planes. So this is a 6 by 6. This is the same prop that took my first speed plane, which is up there on the wall, the black one there, with the burnt hole in the nose. That was a 115 mile an hour plane with this prop. So I have several of those. It's actually for a new project, a new speed plane project. Here's an 8 by 4. These I used on some of my earliest V-tails, like that red one there. That ran an 8 by 4 with a smaller motor, and it just did really good, really efficient. We also have some tiny props here. Now this 4.1 by 4.1 is meant to go on, I don't think I have the motor available, but a 2500 kV motor, super fast. So it's a low pitch because it's such a high RPM motor. But this is for this double motored plane here that I built well over a year ago and I never used. And I have some other ones, some 4.5 by 4s. This was for a tiny little bush plane that I built. Some more fast props here. We have some 5x5s too. I built quite a few smaller planes. Anything like 30 inches or under would use a lot of these 6-inch or 5-inch props. Some more 4-inch props. Here's a 5x3. This one I used on the spicy nacho up there. Super loud prop, really fast. Some more folding props. These 7-inch props, super popular. When I first started building planes 2 years ago, I used 7-inch props on almost everything. Anything between like a 7x4 and 7x7, which this is a 7x5. My speed planes had them. My slow planes had them. Everything had them. I had a ton of 7-inch props. Here's an old one from one of my earlier planes. This prop's probably a couple years old. You can see it's pretty well chewed up. Some more tiny props here. Some more folding props. Now we had a couple projects where we were trying to use these drone props too. You can see we drilled that one out way off center. Oh, and here's a prop from a nitro motor, a tiny little nitro motor that I had got for Mason a couple years ago. This that engine ended up dying. We just ran it on the bench, but this is a nitro prop motor. And we have a few other tiny props. Lots of different sizes for every kind of project. I've kind of lost count of all the planes that I've built, and the amount of props here kind of reflects that. I just have so many props, and you know, at least this many that I've had to throw away because they've been on a crash plane, or maybe like this one where they've hit the ground on takeoff and chewed them up. So we got tons of props, and which is awesome because we have enough for many future projects, and it's great to have lots of different props on hand, especially when you're testing out a new design, which basically every plane that I built is a new design. So you want to have different sizes, different pitches for different motors, and different kind of wing types. So having lots of props on hand is definitely a must when you're experimenting. But yeah, I just want to show you guys some of the props for some of our homemade planes, and we'll see you guys in the next one.